What's up, everybody? I appreciate you coming through. Run through crypto news for the day. Obviously, the biggest news is no surprise if you've been watching cryptocurrencies. But this is the Crypto Coach. This is my new channel. I am going to be using this to give my take on cryptocurrency. I will be releasing crypto content about different projects, and this is my first stream of cryptocurrencies, so I think it's a pretty exciting day. A lot of exciting things happened today, and I just want to cover a few of them. Obviously, you can go to the crypto news here on Google, and you can refresh this search and see what's at the top of the Bitcoin news. It kind of changes throughout the day. It's a little bit more political in the evening like this, especially here in America. Don't usually read a lot of this stuff, honestly, because a lot of it is just, to me, a lot of propaganda. So I really don't mess with a lot of it, but you're free to read it if you want to, obviously. But Google Trends, things that are trending. Obviously, Facebook being down today was a big blow to a lot of Facebook users. People that use a lot of Facebook, that was a big blow. Raiders versus Chargers is up in Google Trends right now. And then, of course, the Shiba Inu coin. Big news today. And let's check that out. Let's definitely check that out today. I got it right here on TradingView. We're going to go look at it here in just a second. But always, before I get to looking at charts, I like to look at Bitcoin's dominance, the Bitcoin dominance index. Got a little tongue-tied there. I do use TradingView, and I will be focusing mostly on Coinbase cryptos, because I am a Coinbase affiliate, and so obviously I'm going to promote Coinbase. There will be a link in the description to get started with Coinbase, and you can earn as you go, earn as you learn on Coinbase. That's a good part about Coinbase, is you can earn as you learn. Bitcoin dominance has fallen off. Obviously in May it fell off. It's starting to gain a little bit of dominance back, but we want this dominance down right now, because we want the money to transfer into the altcoins, and that's where we can see the 10 times, the 100 times, even possibly 1,000 times profit margins. So we'll just have to wait and see exactly what happens long term with Bitcoin dominance. But the story of the day, obviously, was the Shiba Inu. It broke out today. I think it hit, what, 15 is the high today. Let me take my different charts and information I use to track these. I'll take all this down real quick so we can just look at the chart. Also go over here and let's hide, if it'll let me hide it. Yeah, it'll let me hide it. Boom. We'll see that Shiba broke out today to 15. Really big increase, because it was messing around with the 7s and the 8s, and so in one day it doubled up. Well, not necessarily in one day. Well, no, pretty much one day. Let's measure that out. Let's see, from about right here to about right here. Pretty nice little percentage right there. Pretty nice little percentage right there. 70 to 80%, depending on when you bought. It's pretty significant range right there. Pretty significant range right there in the short term. Looking at the 12-hour, you can see why you can see the steady climb there. And this index right here is the Smart Money Index. It's one that I use. Red means institutional wealth is messing with it. Institutional wealth is messing with it in the 12-hour, which is obvious. It's obvious. And you can see they'd kind of mess with it here as well when it jumped up from there. Let me take the percentages back down so we can see the prices here. So that's where it was at, about the sixes. On the 16th of September. As you can see. And it's fell off a little bit today, which is obviously to be expected after a percentage. It's finished that 12 hours at a 49% increase for that 12 hours. So you can imagine, and plus that percentage right there. So you can imagine it's going to fall off a little bit, but it doesn't have to fall off a lot. Key thing is to see if they keep this smart money showing up. So we'll track it back from 12-hour to 6-hour. Smart money still in the 6-hour, 4-hour. Smart money is still in the 4-hour. Track it back to the 3. Still got smart money. We actually got some recovery in the 3-hour, 2-hour. Still got smart money in Shiba right now. In the 2-hour, let's look at the hour. Yeah, you can see it's trading back from 12.47 3 hours ago to 13 now. So you can see it's trending back pretty good. It's trending back pretty good. Just wanted to make sure my audio was working. Wanted to double check. Hadn't checked it yet, so I trusted it was working. So, but it is. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, turning on the notification, and liking and sharing. Let's get these calls in. Let's keep moving it down. Let's see if we can keep seeing smart money. Let's go to the half hour after the hour. For the half hour, smart money still in it. 15. You can see in the 15, smart money kind of falling off here. Start to see this green right here. It's pretty much tracking like retail sales. So like retailers would be selling right here because the panic sales. The green's going to show the panic sales, bad sales. Red, you know, obviously you want to sell full candles, right? So the red's going to dominate right there. And it does look like Shiba is trying to fight its way back in the 15. Let's go to the 10. You can see in these dips right here and these crevices right here, that's where panic sellers sell. That's where retail is buying. See, they're buying here. And I mean, not retail, but smart money will buy there and sell back here. There gotta be smart money. So 5 minute on the 5 minute. A little slower path, obviously, than the last couple, but I mean, that's to be expected, wouldn't you? Let's zoom out and look. Like to draw these lines of trajectory. So we're kind of like right here. We're kind of like right here, right? And now it looks more like now it's going to look more like here. Somewhere like that. But see, that's kind of like why I like to use the fib charts. I use the fib charts, and I actually use, especially in these type of situations, I'll use the this fib right here. Um, it's essentially the same thing. The different levels on the fib. It's essentially the same thing, but it's constantly moving. It's constantly changing, as you see. Anywhere you see these spots right here where they reach the top of their fib on this rolling fib, anywhere you see these spots right here where it hits the top of the fib is where you'll see most of the smart money action is at, and that's the red. You'll see it gets red right here because, I mean, obviously it's going up. Now it's a good time to sell, 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 sell. And then here, you know, when the green comes back and the green's selling is the time when you'll see the buy back and reinvest, because these are pretty good percent drops on these. So you'll go from here, good sell off at 27.8, and you'll drop back to 13, so that's a 15% drop, and you'll climb back up to 36 from a 12, so that's another 24%. After grabbing that, you know, I mean, you're turning this 70 to 80% run into a 160% run. You're doubling up your money each little step, constantly buying and selling, and that's essentially what they do. And so right here in this little area right here, this dip right here, would be a good time to put smart money into it. And a lot of people do it a different way, but I always just pretend this isn't financial advice. This is just what I do. But I sell these points, and you know, when it gets to these points, I don't always sell a full candle, right? So like, I might sell here or here, but I don't ever get the full amount. But I know I can buy back here, and sometimes I'll buy back here and not get the full buyback. But either way, it's growing. My bag's growing. The amount of shares I'm holding, or the amount of crypto coins or tokens I'm holding, are growing. And then every time I'll sell like 25%, then I'll buy back, you know, 25% of what I have, you know, buy back with the cash I had, buy back here, and then sell another 25% here, and then buy it back here, and then sell another 25% here. Now, I don't like to mess with it when it flattens out like this. As you can see, it's kind of consolidating, trying to find his rhythm right here, where, you know, it's gonna reconsolidate. But what you'll see is these massive lines will start to consolidate into smaller sections like this, and then you'll see when it kind of expands and goes up, it's moving. You know, it's moving. And of course, down here you have your volatility, which is interesting because you can see today, over time, those are some serious volumes coming in at that time. I mean, something that I'll say that Shiba's probably never seen since, like, maybe the Coinbase launch, right? Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, nothing like that since the Coinbase launch. Definitely nothing since the Coinbase launch. I mean, there's some other peaks and valleys, and there's some other peaks in here. But nothing like what just happened today with Shiba at all. Nothing close. Nothing close at all. Which is kind of interesting. Trying to get the chat to work on my TV so I can see the chat. If there is anybody chatting. What I need to do is just put my phone up. Which is the next step. Nope. Nobody's chatted so far. So the idea is just to keep buying on these dips and selling on these peaks. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on it. 15. See, they're really flattened out. It'll be interesting to see on the retest what exactly. I know what I wanted. I wanted it. Down here. And right there. So we can see it going possibly around 2. Some people consider you can look at it like this. Because really, let's see what was the price here. 8, 6. Let's find these 5s right quick. See, this is about when a lot of people got in. September 16th, that was Coinbase launch. And that was a Coinbase launch, so you can see on the hour she was trying to fight back. See, so a lot of people say that 15 right there was the 168. I mean, the 618. So if it touches that again and retest it, we could see it run to the 1.8. It really could run to the 1.8. Just if it see what this retest is, and that's why I like to use these two right here. All right, because this one's bullish activity. This is like, where the bulls think it should be, kind of, for the hour. And then you can add the bearish sentiment, which the bearish says 11. Bearish, it's gonna sell off anything in the 13 range. Anything in the 13 range, the Bears are gonna win. If it can get up, yeah, it really looks like anything really looks like Shiba's gonna go really kind of bearish. It's gonna go through. It looks like it's gonna go through some consolidation. Is what it looks like it's gonna do. To be honest with you, looks like it's gonna go through some consolidation. Let's see how it looks on the minute. You can really see how on the minute how these are really consolidating. It's consolidating down, so it's gonna go through. It'll end up when it goes through a period of consolidation. It'll be as narrow as this right here. So like this is an hour. This is an hour block when it's consolidating. It looks like it might be narrowing in on the consolidation now. Bears are putting it at 12.6. It's got a lot of support in the 1 minute to run if it can get past this. As you can see, there is a lot of bear selling right there at that point. As you can see, the bear fades though. The bear fades at 13.4, 13.5, and then it could run up. And it's cupping out. It looks like a cupping. It's cupping. But it looks like it could do. Who knows? Right? Who knows? But it looks like it is, and if you look at the activity down here, it could easily go. Let's look at the smart money. Let's see if the smart money is investing. Smart money was up and it dropped. If you look at this, that's about a 3% increase. Let's see. It's about right here would be 13.8, somewhere around there. I can see it hitting like 13.8. Would definitely take some profit at that point though. Doesn't look like it's gonna load though. Looks like it's gonna fall back out. Smart money slowly rolling back out of it. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's gonna consolidate for a little bit. As you can see, the bands are tightening up on it. So in the near future, you're looking at Shiba down to about 11.8. Highs around, it's pretty good right now, 13.73 in the short. As you can see, it's kind of consolidating a little bit, which usually makes for a break point. Well, I mean, we'll just wait and see what happens. Bears are calling for at least a 12.5 right here. You can see bears are saying nothing. They're not letting it get past here and here. And there's a lot of people fighting to keep the price at 13.2, 13.3. A lot of people fighting to keep the price there. But it's definitely going to go through a period of consolidation. You can see it's really narrowing in. I mean, there is still smart money there. There's a lot of people that doubled up today that are waking up and doubled up, and they're like, "Oh man, I gotta sell at 13," because they doubled because they were buying at 6. Now they're selling at 13. But that's the 1 minute. Let's look at the hour. There's smart money all over the place on the hour. We finally dipped out of the fib here. So yeah, see, I have a rolling fib like that. This right here is the rolling fib. If you're just now checking in, so this is a continuously these right here is continuously moving, continuously rolling fib, and then I have my obviously the chart that everybody else in the world uses. This fib right here. But essentially, this rolling fib that runs with it is essentially the same thing, just on a micro scale instead of a macro scale. Because I'm involved in a little bit more day trading, I guess. So this makes a little bit more sense for me. And so I do look at a lot more 1 minute charts and 5 minute charts and 15-minute charts. See, we're about to, it's getting close. It's going to hit the, couple of hours, 150, 1350, 1350. So you can see we're doing a lot of consolidating here. Smart money is kind of slowly starting to fall off though in the minutes. Then it's creeping back. So you never know what smart money shows up. Let's go to the 5 minute. See, it's really bearish on the 5 minutes. Really bearish on the 5 minutes. So pretty much the bulls are just fighting the front lines in the 1 minute. Let's see how long we'll see how long they can hold up. Extremely bearish on the 10 minute. You can see how much how bearish it is on the 10 minute. So you're looking at 3. Here at one fallback right here. One support level at 13.2, really. One level of support here. Another about the same much support, about 12.6. And then the most support you're gonna get till you hit the bottom again is 11.45, right in this range. 11.4, that's your best bet right there. I find support again for Shiba is 11.47. But the bears have it all the way down to 10s. And that's just in the 10 minute. Go look at these hours. Go look at the 12 hour. Look at the 12 hour. Look where the bears have it. It's gonna give you insufficient funds on the bullish chart for the 12 hour. Because bulls have won for the 12 hour. It's off the chart for the bulls there. And you can even see in the 6 hour. Oh shoot, I moved my fib. I hate it when I do that. Alright, there we go. You can even see in the 6 hour that even the bulls have an 8. Even the bulls are pulling for a pullback to 8 on Shiba. So if I was a poor person out there, that was banking on Shiba, and I made a lot of money up there, I would. A poor man like myself, I sold 50% of mine. I got rent due. I got rent due, and I had to sell some of mine. I had to sell some of mine, so I took a good chunk of it. But I mean, look how far it's off on the 6 hour on the fib, and you know even on the rolling fib, you never see it on that far out. Never see it that far out. So I try getting these double up points. So there was 50. There was 5. And this right here was their double up. So at that point right there, from here to here, that was doubled up. That's a trend right there. It goes up, down, and then back up again. That's a trend. Now this up here is extra. As you can see, it was coming up to this. What is that? That's the 1.6. It's the 1.6. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens on this. I'll tell you this: the Shib Army, or whatever they call them, they ain't playing, man. They ain't playing. Anybody got any requests on certain coins or anything that you'd like to see? That was the biggest of the day. That was the biggest of the day. Let's check out these by percentage. ICP's up 9% in the last 3 hours. A lot of smart money involved. A lot of smart money, and then it's falling off again. ICP does this though. IPC does this. Interesting thing is you got strong support at 52. You got strong support at 52.9. So I can see 52.9 on ICP sticking. I don't see it leaving this. I don't see it leaving the fib that I have on it. It's old. I've been tracking it for a long time. I don't see it leaving. I got its one. You're looking at a possible double up to 53 now. We're up to 59. Yeah, it's gonna run up to. It's gonna keep running up. You can see where it ran into the 4 hour resistance. You'll start to see a lot of this resistance on these bullish and bearish trends on the 4 hour. Way ahead on the hour. Way ahead on the hour. GRT finally breaking. Not like it needs to. I really predict a really bullish on GRT. I really thought it could hit this. I really thought it could hit it. And it still can. Yeah, man, it just looks like it can go. GRT just looks like it can go at any time. I mean, you're talking about ATH. All-time highs 280. And even if it don't hit all-time high, if it just hits half of that, 140 or something, if it just hits like 140 right in here, which is the 618. Yeah, I mean, you're doubling up. It's 2 times. I'll take a double any day of the week. Just don't like the smart money showed up in the last hour. As you can see. See, they were buying. Little retail buys running through here. GRT could definitely looks like it's falling back. When you really look at it, it ain't falling back much. Tested 742 twice. 74. This could be interesting. I like hitting these percentages on here. Let's get out of that. I don't want it in my portfolio. Let's go. Alright, mask. Up 16. Mask taking off in the minute. Kind of flagging here. Which usually means good things. Let's look and see what the 5 minute looks like. Well, we do have some bear sales right through here. Get some relief at 11.459, 11.46. 10 minute. How heavy is it? Nah, about the same. 15 minute. 15 we're green. 20 minute. 25 minute we're green. Hour. Mask could easily keep pushing. Mask could easily keep pushing. Let's go back to the minute, see what this sell volume with this. It's kind of flagging. It's gonna get some resistance. 11.429, like I said earlier. Oh no. Somebody's dumping. Can you watch this smart money right here? These tall peaks off that, they never look good. Unless it bubbles out. Unless it bubbles out, which it, that's definitely not looking good. We can hope for that. Smart money's still involved though. And anytime smart money, this red money right here is involved, it's good. When it starts dropping down into the fives and below the tens, you gotta kind of worry. See, like right here. Just kind of consolidating right here at 11.3. Looks like it's been here before though. Smart money on mass says they're smart money momentum is actually going up in mask right now. If you have a particular call or anything you would like, a particular token or anything you would like to see, I'm just kind of following the ones that are trending right now. That is not what I wanted. I want my pointer back. There's my pointer. So you can see ICP is really following these little bowls and peaks. You're going to see a little bit more selling around the 5375. But once it clears all that out, all this bullish buying will fill in right behind it as it moves. This is not financial advice. It's going to do what it does. Let's check out old Sheeb. See, and that's why I like these rolling fibs, because it kind of, when it hits those points, excuse me, when it hits those points, you can pretty much, it's kind of at those peak spots. Now, I mean, you can see some examples back here when you're watching the like SHIB today. When it's going up, you can see it hit the red here. But when you know it's going up, when it's like doing that above the red. And even when it fell back right here and stayed red, I knew not to sell because of how high above it was. You know, I mean, it made such a big increase, and it just stayed above it. You know it's good. So once you kind of know it falls back, so you'll see these little fallback points. And that's the moving average. That's the median. That's the middle of it all right there. So you can see SHIB's really wanting to fight back. Smart money's getting in it in the 1 minute. The thing about obviously there's man, it's a powerful token because it's so affordable for anybody. And it seems when they buy it, it seems like it's a lot. They're buying a lot. You know, they feel like instantly by buying it, they feel like they're getting a lot out of it. But you can see even the greenish bulls, they have it back to 12.78. The bears are definitely calling it back to 12.78. Oops. Oh, how did I move it down there? I moved it down there. I don't know how I did that. That's not what I wanted. Now, how in the heck did I do that? So we could easily do a run up like this right here. Matter of fact, it's acting like it wants to. Shiba's acting like it wants to do one of those big run ups. And this could be interesting. Could be interesting. This could be very interesting. I could have swore I turned my volume down. Not my notification. That was a business notification too. Definitely see Shiba running up big time. Let's see. It's interesting when you look at it by percentages like this. Like, say this one was red, and now it's kind of taking off. Doge up to 24. Doge starting to take off a little bit. Got a long ways to go before it gets to it. Let's see. 25, 25, 3. This is where I got mine set for 25, 3. That's what I'm looking for. If anybody got any calls or looking for a certain coin or interested in a certain coin, just let me know. Another one of my favorites that I like to watch. Of course, AVIX has been added to Coinbase now. That's a new program I'm gonna be involved in that. Ankr 826. It's at the 826 right now. It's actually moving up on a minute. Let's see what they look like on the 15-minute. Ooh, extremely bullish on the 15-minute. Extremely bullish. We'll get through this 822 823, 821, 823 range right here. Stay above it. Got a little bit of sell right here at 826. Let's look at the hour. You're going to see some sells at the 8-4, 8-4, and the historical 8-7, 8-7, 8-8 range in the hour. The 12-hour. 12 hours a lot more bullish. 12 hours a lot more bullish. You're looking at 10 cents. You're looking at 10-cent run up on Ankr. And the 12-hour, very bullish at 10. And then eventually a run up to 16 cents on the 12-hour. And I tell you what, I'm going to make an 18-hour. And on the 18-hour, it's up to 16 as well. Very, very strong on the 18-hour chart for a call for 10 cents on Ankr. Very, very bullish on a 10-cent call. Very bullish on an Ankr 10-cent call. Got some consolidating going on right here, though. It's going to consolidate. Let's see what BTC is doing. BTC's the 29. Man. On the day chart for Bitcoin's very, very bearish up to 56. Up to 56,000. Very bearish. But if you go back to look at the dominance chart, if you go back and look at the dominance chart, I mean, it's really Bitcoin's losing its dominance. I mean, it's going through consolidation at these different ranges. Like even when it was at 64, you know, it was from 64, 62, 59, 57, and then a low of 51, a low of 47. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to count that, I should count it. It's 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The period can. So this is going to be interesting to see. It pushed it really fast. That's the interesting part, is how fast it did it. Let's go back to the 12-hour. So you'll see pushback right here. 49,867. You're gonna see pushback. See, that's why you got the pushback all the way down to here. You're gonna see pushback at 50, 53, and the 12 hour. Let's go look at the 6 hour. Yeah. Yeah. You'll get a little support at 49.5. I guess support around there. It's really flagging right here though. So we'll see what happens on the consolidation right here. Definitely look and see what happens on this consolidation. It's just going up and down, up and down, up and down. Like I said, ICP is obviously moving. And it's smart money in the 6 hour. Look at that. What's it went up so far? 10%. Think about ICP. ICP can do 10% days, 11s, 12s, 13s, 10-9s. It could do a few of them in a row. It could do a few in a row. That's the interesting thing about ICP. Definitely going to run into some resistance on ICP about 55.93. Run into some resistance on 55.93. Of course, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, obviously. Let's see what those SHIB trains doing. Smart money is not here on the 6 hour. It is there on the 3 hour. It is not there on the 4 hour. It's all over the place in the 2 hour. This SHIB's blowing my mind, to be honest with you. In the amount of time it was able to double up like that. It's crazy if you think about it. It blew up fast. Really fast. Anybody got any particular calls or requests? Any? Everybody? Nobody? Let's see. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Lunar Crush. Lunar Crush is a tool that I use. It's social listening for crypto. Discover how social media impacts cryptocurrency markets. You can sign up for free. You can get personalized cryptocurrency social media and analytics. It's pretty neat. They got a galaxy score. And obviously Doge right now is the highest galaxy score. And Shiba is in a close second. Alt rank. Shiba is number 1 right now. Bitcoin is number 21. Bitcoin's getting destroyed out there. ICP is number 3. This makes it very interesting. Little Lunar Crush. It takes into social interactions from Twitter, stuff like that. It actually has influencer pages here where it talks about certain people and the different things that they cover. But it's pretty neat. Maybe one of these days, Crypto Coach can be an influencer on one of these things. Right now, I would pick Ankr. But I'm making a lot of money off SHIB. So let's go Shiba Inu. It's ranked 77.5. Let's see what the stats look like. Very high on the social volume. It's actually ranked 3rd on social volume out of 3,074 different projects. Volume on the 24 hours, 6th. Social score 24 hours is 4% change. 50% change. So that's actually up considering. Here's the top influencers right here. Different people that either on Twitter and different places that are constantly using their information to influence the social media score. That's what they're doing, is tracking that information. So when you go back and look at these charts right here, you kind of sometimes can make sense. You can track that. You can see when you're following Lunar Crush, you can see that the social media interactions go up during times like this. And it was interesting that I found this Lunar Crush through a friend of mine, Project Moongold. Shout out to Project Moongold, PMG fam. Josh, he was using Lunar Crush, and it was crazy because I talked to my dad about how there has to be some sort of algorithm where you can track social media interaction with cryptocurrencies and find out who's talking about what more than others. And that Lunar Crush came across it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was talking about. They're charting it. They're ranking it. They're following it. I 100% think it's the coolest thing ever. I really do. But you can see the price is falling off. But here lately, the interactions, the social interactions, which is the purple, has actually went up. Well, I'm sorry, the purple. I am sorry, the purple is the price. It's social volume. Which I don't understand why the social volume would be down right now, but it is. Social volume is down right now. And this website is called lunarcrush.com. Lunarcrush.com. It's a really cool gadget. And here's the 1 hour on the SHIB. 6 hour. And then of course the 1 minute. Which I'm not gonna lie, if the percentages work out right, like this, like to hit the median is a 1, to go back to the top is a 10% increase. To go back, and it's at 13 and a half right now. It's going to find support. And you can see right here, the green is the retail. It's essentially size of the buys. So like these are smaller buyers, like small amounts. These are middle range amounts, and the reds are big amounts, buying and selling, coming and going. That information is just coming and going, essentially. So it'll be interesting to see where the SHIB ends up. I'll take a quick 2-minute break. Just quick, real quick. And I'll be right back. I'll leave it here for you and let you watch SHIB shoot back up. I'm back. I had to tweet it out. I tweeted it out to the Shib Army. Hopefully the Shib Army shows up. That'd be sick if the Shib Army would show up to the stream. So we'll see what happens with the Shib Army. Other Coinbase. Let me make sure I got all the Coinbases. They're adding new Coinbases every day, so I need to make sure I got them all added. And they're all based in USD. Yep, got them all added. Shib keeps falling. Poly has fallen the most in the last 4 hours. Poly has fallen the most. In the last 4 hours. Luna. A lot of people really bullish on Luna. Comp. I'll tell you what, I like doing it like this. Let's see. Let's go 1 month range. Poly in the 1 month. OGN in the 1 month. I could definitely see OGN doing 150. I can definitely see a 150. Luna. Everybody's really bullish on Luna. Really bullish on Luna. Of course, it's easy to be bullish on Luna when you got in at it's $18 and stuff, They've tripled their money. Comp. See, this is an interesting one to me. I don't understand comp right now. I really don't. And I think these are the examples to me of a bear market. Like when I see these right here, I think bear. But let's look at the week. And I'll go back to the months here in a minute, but there's got to be a bottom. The bottom last time, what was it, June 21st? Let's see, there was that bull run. It just hasn't acted like much of a bull run for a secondary bull. But that's just comp. I've been confused by comp. And it's kind of an OG. But I mean, you can look. I mean, there's not even any smart money in the hour. I mean, look at it for the hours. For the last, 2 months, there's barely been any smart money involved in it at all. It's weird to me. I don't understand it. I mean, comp's just due to me. It's so due to me. And it's easy at 300, to 3 times it easy. I mean, it can do it in a, it could do it 2 times in a month. It could do it 2 times in a month. But I hadn't got off to a good start this in October so far. It really hasn't. Reps another one. It's actually moved some, you know, in the months. It's actually moved some on the month. You start to look at these charts, they kind of look a lot similar. That's why I was kind of bullish on rep, because it was really due comparison to some of these other ones when they hit bottom. It's kind of interesting to look at some of these OGs. You kind of realize how some of them are kind of really undervalued, even especially for what they do. But I mean, it's really consolidated. Even if you look back at the past, you know, right in here was the range. Even right in here was the range. Now it's up a little bit. You would think it would really want to settle and reset somewhere right in here. Especially over a month's time. Over a long, you know, looking long term, you know. Just looking long term. S and X. Looking to return 11. Maybe 13. Maybe 13 for the month, but I'm looking more 11.5. I just don't see October just pushing once and then just being done for the rest of the month and then falling down. That would follow true to what happened pretty much with September with this Synex too. Mana. I mean, you're going to see this out of almost every 7-month chart like this that has 7 months. You're going to see gains, fall off, pump back up, fall off, and a slight pump. You're going to see this on every 7 to 8 month chart. Mana is just another one of those. This is one I really like to watch close, because that right there was significant. It was a significant event. So I have a belief that that could happen again. It'll 50 first, but yeah. Well, KNC. This was really consolidated around this area for a while now. It's kind of teetered with it. I don't want to think the KNC to the fours, these two, really 4 different months right here were flukes. But you would need some consistency at that level. And it's got a lot more consistency at the 165, 175, 2. I'd say $2 to $2.50 range would be its next consolidation range, I would think. It just does a lot of work right here in this area. I'd say anywhere from 250 to I don't know if it's going down to 1 again. But yeah, from 250 to 150 to 250 to 1, you could definitely do some damage in that range. The $1 to 250 range. Okay, and see. This was crazy to me. I remember when this came out on Coinbase. It had a dump initially. I bought like $100 worth of it and sold it, but it doubled up. It's a good one though. It's gonna start consolidating now. Anywhere from the 280 280 to 360 range. Now this is the one that I've really been surprised about. This is another one. What was the other one that I said I was surprised about? I think it was Comp. Give it a good pink color. Uni was another one. Which I just really been surprised that it didn't recap. Higher the second wave. If we get a full wave out of October, you're looking at, because of where it started, you're looking at least 40s. I mean, it could go to 50s. Yeah, I've been shocked by Uni. With the Uni being a swap and how much it's utilized in the network, I've really been surprised that Uni hasn't pushed higher to a new ATH. After it's got a full year in October 2020. It's October 2021. It's a full year in. It is highly utilized on the exchanges, and I'm just shocked that it hasn't pushed further up. I really am shocked. OMG. I ain't gotta say nothing about OMG. We know what it's done the last couple of days. Last month it went up 96%. It hadn't even hit a new ATH yet. A new ATH will be at 28. these are month totals. So you can still hit a double up on OMG. You can still easily hit a double up on OMG. Let's look at the weekly. Just because OMG's been so dadgum amazing. See, that's what you like to see, though. See that bowl? You had got a good high right here, right? And then it falls off. But then it cups out and makes that boom. And that's what you want to see. Alright? That's exactly what you want to see. Let me delete this daggum thing. Now what you want to see here, if it is you want to see it consolidate right in this area and then hold for as long as it possibly can, obviously, right? And then sometimes you'll get just a takeoff from that point. You just take off from that point and go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. Or it can go down and then cup again. So you never really know exactly what it can do, but you hope it does. You hold it, at least hope it holds, at least consolidates a little bit at that point. I think it will. By given past history and where I think they think the OMG network should be priced at, as you can see in the past, it was here. The Bitcoin, jeez. See, that's 2018 numbers right there. 2018 numbers. And you can see how much smart money has gotten into it. Let's look a little closer into OMG right here. Let's go down to the 1 minute. See on the rolling fib right here, you would have wanted to buy right here. You don't want to buy at the 1632. It's down to a 1639 now. But you can see as it these different points, the closer it gets to the bottom of these, you can see them right here, the numbers. Those rolling numbers right there. Not fib. Tezos. Well, I hit a lick on Twitter on Tezos. Back, let's see, 3 months. Jesus, it's been longer than that. On July 4th. On July 4th, it was $3.10, and I bought $100 worth of Tezos and $100 worth of Atom Cosmos, and bought both about 100 of each on Coinbase, and I sold Atom at 38, and I sold this at 8 something. I sold it at, let's see, it sold it at 8 something. I had to get out. I had to get out while the getting was good. And it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Those are small investments, but you know, hey, they added up. I've tracked it on Twitter too, and I shared it all on Twitter, trying to just show people how you buy and sell and stuff like that. It was just, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. That was really cool. As you can see, the volume on Tezos is through the roof right now. Although there is a lot of selling and consolidating right here at 827. See, the interesting thing is when you press this percentage right here, you see which coins are moving more frequently. See, like Cotty right here is at 2.25. Well, it was around a 1.45 earlier, but now it's 2.23. So it's moving a little bit more vigorously right now than the others. And then you start to see these greens creep into the reds. Sorry about that. I'm back. I accidentally unmuted it. Coughing. Forgot to unmute it. Need a quick key on the keyboard. Need a soundboard. Get all that stuff running. Be nice to get it going. Is Facebook still down? Let's go. Trying to share it out one more time. Maybe get some more people in here. Let's look at the market volume. Black lemon. Bombs going on. Doge. Still up there. Shiba's falling off a little bit. Let's look at, let's see if Shiba's price is. go to Shiba. Yeah, Shiba's fell off to 12.9. Yeah, Shiba's gonna find some support around 11.11. Unfortunately, it'll might find it around 12, just straight 12. Hopefully it sticks at 12. It might not stick at 12 though. It might have to go back to 11. Let's see what smart money's doing in a minute. Yeah, smart money's out of it. Smart money's been out of it since that last peak. Yeah, smart money got way out of it. Retail jumped into it thick. You can see because this chart down here, you'll see in peak times. Let's see. You'll see it goes by density of like how big of it's like volume but large volume. It's like large volume, so it's an indicator for large volume. And you can see the large volume is slowly tapered off. The greens are obviously the brighter greens are the trends going up. Those are trends going up. So that means the volumes are going up more. And you see the darker means they're not buying as much big as they were. Still buying big, but they're not buying as much. It's like the downsides of the slope is shady. Let's go to the 30-minute. You can see smart money falling out. I'll find some support right here. See where the green bleeds through. Support right there at 12.72. It's consistent with this support right here. Go down to the 10-minute. Yeah, so see that's exactly what I thought about 12.72. It's gonna start finding some support right in there, which is consistent with this support over here. You see between 2100 and 2000 and 2100, the 10-minute mark. So for that hour right there, you know, it kind of bounced in that range. I just don't want to see it go down to 12.25. You see there is some, the red is the bullish, or no, I'm sorry, the red is the bearish tendencies. So you see bears are pushing for 12.6 and the greens pushing obviously for 13.3 all the way up to 13.68. I'd really like to break this 14.5 right in here. really push it a little higher. But hey, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, man. Turn on that notification, liking and sharing this video. The chat's open. Hopefully the chat is working. If you have any special requests or anything like that, please send me one of those requests. I'll look at your token, see what kind of what we're looking at, potential opportunities. I definitely see SHIB coming back to the 14.5. Right up here, could even run up to 15 again. Let's look at the 1 minute, see how, yeah, see it's so green. You're gonna see it's green up into the 20 minutes. $15. So I mean, really, you're looking at in the next 10 minutes. If it can break through this 13.36, this line right here, it can run for the next 10 minutes. I mean, it can legit run for the next 10 minutes. That'd be awesome if it could run that fast. And SHIB can do it. SHIB can do it. See, here is your buy zone at 12.12. 12.24. Yeah, 12.12. Buy back at 12.12 when it hit the bottom of that fib chart, that rolling fib. Let's just look and see. If you bought here, that's negative 10%. It's negative 10% to here. There's negative 3, so it's been negative 3.5. So you're looking at, 6.5%, 6.5% gain on just $25%. When SHIB's moving like this, you can grab 10%. It's easy. I mean, look, it's 17% from there, from 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Central to 11:30. You could have made 15%. You made 15%. You just trading nickels and dimes, and it's not even pennies. It's not even pennies. Safe Trees, Erg Gaming. Erg Gaming. I don't know much about Erg Gaming. I don't know if y'all know much about Erg Gaming. Get back to the SHIB army though. We'll definitely find out more about the Erg. Let's see. See what's moving out there. See if I can find something moving. Ankr's holding steady, 8224. Let's look at the monthly. Start with Ankr on the monthly. It's an OG in the crypto space. Started 2019. March of 2019. Interesting thing about Ankr at that time, its price was a cent, and then slowly collapsed down to, believe it or not, and at one point in May of 20, Ankr was 0.0014 cents right there at that date. Interestingly, in the monthly, you know, it's really seems like it's kind of found its middle. I think its bottom was really found back in June when the crash happened. I think it got down as low as 475. Got down as low as 475 in June of 21. Then slowly worked its way back up to almost 9 cents in July, and then August finally reached its second really highest peak, coming up in September, when it reached its peak of 13.25. The interesting thing about this climb was is it climbed in August like it really wanted to keep going, and then capped out, and then did the same thing in September, and really thinking it's going to push to 10 again soon. I really think this month it's going to push to 10, and possibly maybe even peak even higher. I really think if you really look at these peaks right here, I really think this is Ankr's trajectory. I really do think month after month after month, you're going to see this price climb to these points. Now, I think you're going to have some fallbacks. I think you're going to have some fallbacks to here. I think you're going to have some fallbacks to here. I think you're going to have some fallbacks to here. But I really think the price is going to continue to climb in a pattern that's similar to that. That's just me personally. I think you'll have some times where it might fall back down to here and just work to this point. But I really think it's gonna, if you really brick patterned it out, I really think it's gonna follow those. It's because it's such a consistent coin. Okay, that's just my opinion. I just think it's because it's such a consistent coin that that's the pattern that it's gonna continue to do. Is continue to follow um, that pattern. I really do. I really think it's just going to continue to follow that brick-like pattern. Let's look at mask on the hour. Definitely hit it. If it goes a full candle above it for the hour, let's look and see. Let's watch the. Let's look at the 30-minute on mask. The interesting thing about mask is because of its price point. See, we gotta look at the minute. Don't like looking at the minute. I like looking at the long-term price picture. Um, but I wanted to see how smart money was in it, because it is somewhat consolidating for the last, hour and a half or so. Seems like it's been consolidating. Let's look. One inch is down to 314. Swing to 330. 4% swings. AVE. ACH. Algo. AMP. Ankr. Atom. AVEX. weeks. It just seems like it's a really good buy point. Just kind of trying to scroll through these, just seeing where it looks like there might be some big percentage potential. Man, this one right here is always interesting to me. Man, curve. I'll put curve on the gold list. I'll put Doge on the gold list. Man, inch. Get on my nerves, inch. Ease. Farm. Fat. I tell you what, fat could. It's not the best time. Let me look at that. Let me look a little further back. That's one of those right now you guys really got to keep your eye on. I'm going to mark it gold. Just because, let me look at the weekly. Alright. That's at one of those breaking points, you know what I mean? Like, you just. Let's go 4-day. Alright. So here's what we're talking about. Up 25 from there. But it's down 9 from there. We'll consolidate back another 15. 69. Alright, anyways. Back to the 1 minute. Like I was doing earlier. Alright. Percentages. hate you, Inge. I hate you. I hate you, Inge. I hate you. I don't know about it sometimes. Thing will drive you crazy. I haven't really had that great of luck with it. I tell you what though, Dash. For the last 48. That's 5% down. With a 2% positive increase. Yeah, boy. Alright. I'm not a huge Dash. I mean, I'm gonna be on. I mean, that right there looks like these right here to me. Like, and then it just keeps climbing. I mean, that's what that looks like to me. The start of how these start. It just climbs. Let's go back. Jeez. I mean, you're talking 480s. You're talking about 5x off this thing. It's done 1x in the last month. It's done 1x in the last month. Get the volume profile on it. Jeez. Well, guys, I'm out for the night. I do appreciate y'all coming through. Peace.